see cards from all the way back then, and you see the new cards showing up, like you're saying. Of course, the Horizon sets, we're going to see those out
All
over the coming
right. It
weeks.
seems like
Where Modern Horizons 3 hit really hard when it
their
landed. We
formatting
see
needs
it
to change a
more and
little bit,
more
right? They've
often
got some
in
extra
new
space
standard,
over
but it's
here.
still present.
That's on their end, not me. They need to
Not quite. This kind of new
rotate that
standard
over a little
edition
bit.
vintage cards are just sort of an anthology of what we've seen in standard over the last, oh god, I don't want my bones to turn to dust here, but almost
Edition
25
is
years.
2003.
I remember when they invented 2003. I don't.
Same, same.
But no, I really appreciate how we're seeing a bunch of things like the Esper Gorios deck, like the old Affinity decks pop up. That I think they kind of push against this narrative that there's a lot of Modern Horizons sort of pre-constructed decks in sort of the energy space, which can definitely hang in a field like this. But you are rewarded for having a depth of format knowledge.
Yes, absolutely. So let's take a look at our schedule this weekend. Like we said, we're playing the modern format with the regional championship. This is going to be 2 days of competition, starting things off on day one here. We're going to play 9 rounds of Swiss. Our players on day one are looking for 18 or more match points to make it to day two. That's typically referred to as 6 wins, 3 losses. It can get fuzzier than that, but that's the general cut.
Right.
Day two, we'll be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Of course, you can watch us at home on our YouTube channel for the live broadcast. Coverage starts at 9. There'll be 6 more rounds of Swiss, followed by a cut to the top 8 players with the best records to a single elimination playoff. Those players are going to get Pro Tour invites, and we're looking for 2 finalists that are going to make an invitation to Worlds. We'll go over the slide for the prizes in just a second here. But, of course, at the end, we'll crown a new regional champion. As you see at the top there, the regional champion will take home $20,000 US.
Right. Finalists 10K, a ton of invites peppered all over the screen. 5K for top 4, 3K for top 8, and then $2,000 for top 16, a grand for top 32, and $250 in your pocket. Basically, all of these people taking home some money if they day two, which is a pretty good Sunday in my book.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, players, they tend to work hard to make it out to the regional championship here. You play week in, week out, try to get that RCQ win or qualify through other means, and making day two, it's a big deal. So it takes home a little bit of pride and a little bit of cash for that accolade.
And something I really want to zoom in on are basically this world championship is
Something that they're not mentioning. I don't know if it's top 64 or top 128, but that promo that they're giving out for this event is worth actual infinite dollars.
Pro Tour. That's a career achievement.
So much money.
The World Championship in particular, that's something you can go home and tell to your family who doesn't even know anything about Magic. If you say I went to a Pro Tour, you generally have to explain what that means. It's very cool. But you say I went to the World Championship. That's a big deal. People know what the world is and they know what a championship is, right?
Sort of a universal language aspect to what it communicates. The
Right.
weight is loud.
Right. You end up seeing people who are qualified for the Pro Tour still coming out to these events because they just go, no, no, no. I want to go to the World Championship.
Dustin, my boy.
Important to me. I will
It's good, buddy. It's good.
stay just for
A little earlier than my schedule. This is usually my gym time, so making a small marginal sacrifice here, but SCG usually runs their stuff pretty well, so I kind of suspect
You don't even have to win the
it won't be that long of a day.
no, you hear that, everyone? Don't
How are things going on your end?
Of course, like I said, over 1,000 players competing for those 2 slots. That breaks down to not great odds for the average player in the field. But we'll be starting our coverage this weekend on a player who's already qualified for Worlds. He's done it actually through a regional championship, but he's a reigning Pro Tour champion. We're gonna have Michael DiBenedetto Plummer on camera.
Yes, very excited. This is someone I love covering. I've talked a little bit about basically just watching this sort of growth arc of him being a quiet killer on Magic Online
Get to the games. Get to the games. I'm so eager.
That's a deck I'm kind of curious and excited to see what shows up and how it performs this weekend for sure.
Yeah, it's really interesting the ways that you see some cards like Kappa Cannon here that were the big payoff before, and you saw all signs kind of point in that direction, which ends up being a little bit problematic in a tournament field like this one, where you put kind of all of your chips or all of your eggs in that basket rather. If that's not good enough, or it takes multiple turns for you to do that, why aren't you just playing Belcher? Now we're seeing a lot of things in the vein of weapons manufacturing as a sort of recent development. When you pair it with engineered explosives as a zero mana sort of dark steel relic-esque enabler for just cards like Pinnacle Emissary, like Mox Opal, you're able to build a very large swingy burn spell out of nothing that even punishes interaction. So I'm really interested to see what kind of build they actually end up centering themselves around, the Affinity Pilots, that is.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts. You shouted out, of course, Kappa Cannon here, big one being printed into the format, reprinted in Modern Horizons 3. Pinnacle Emissary from Edge of Eternities.
Yes.
The warp mechanic, we're going to see that on at least one other card this weekend.
Which one?
I'd expect to see some Quantum Riddlers in the field.
Riddle me this. What kinds of decks are playing it?
Perhaps a blink deck.
Perhaps blue ones.
Maybe a blue deck. Yeah. Probably not a Belcher deck, but, the other blue. Maybe.
Listen, I've been a part of some royal swerves and combo decks in my life.
Sure. Can show up in the sideboard.
You ever seen someone sideboard Glistener Elves in out of a slippery Bogle deck?
I have, but I've seen a lot of things.
Yeah.
I expect a lot of people have not.
But just like you said, Quantum Riddler is a card that I think was sort of the highest impact thing to come out of nowhere in the Pro Tour recently. There are a lot of different ways to synergize with. I think Philia is something we saw in the sort of Orzhov-based blue decks with Overlord of the Veilmerk earlier this year. But the fact that Quantum Riddler pairs a little bit better with the card Ephemerate sees it overtaking Overlord of the Veilmerk in a lot of ways.
Yes, and Quantum Riddler also really plays with a lot of the more powerful cards in the modern format. Cards you can cast for free, often coming at the expense of exiling a card from your hand. Your Force of Negation, your Subtlety, your Solitude.
Yep.
Quantum Riddler happens to draw extra cards when you are low.
Looks like the PT champ is playing the Nathan Stoyer deck at first glance.
Quantum Riddlers, they're going to be on both sides of the table. Benedetto with a 4-3 advantage on that front.
I'm really excited to see how this plays out in a lot of ways, just because I think there is a narrative that a lot of Modern can feel like combo decks taking turns just kind of cheesing each other over and over. This is a bunch of 3-mana cards where you pass the turn afterwards. I'm really excited. We're seeing a bunch of Flages on the sort of Jeskai side, right? We see red kind of giving a little more closing speed, some treasure off of something like Fable the Mirror Breaker. Over on the
Perfect. All right.
that black-white blue deck we were talking about just a couple of minutes ago. But it is touching blue for Quantum Riddler.
Quantum Riddler, Teferi, also, that's one of those cards that I think has been an aspect of pushing back against Temeshi Belcher. It can really hurt your Lotus Bloom prospects and things like that. Also, turning off your ability to play counter spells.
Yes.
But as you mentioned, we're looking at kind of a mid-range fight here. So you have these tools that are really strong against the combo decks. It allows these decks to exist. And then they're going to play pretty differently in the heads-up matchup here. So you have some tools. You're talking about the Flages and the Ragavans. For Hanlon, we're going to have some Thoughtseizes, 4 Thoughtseize, some Fatal Push, 3 of those in the main deck. When it comes to these interactive elements, I have my own thoughts, but do you think that this red as a third color or the black as a third color for our Azorius kind of blink base? What side of this matchup do you like?
My intuition is that I like the Esper side because I think it is going a little bit bigger for the most part.
Sure.
One of the things that I think can pressure against that is just how high impact Flame is.
I was gonna say the same thing.
To asking
If it's actual Esper mid-range and you have Black Overlord, Black Overlord is a big game, but Flage,
more or less if
you just have to always be thinking about what Flage can do, especially with access to Arena of Glory.
you want to see what's those things backed up with Ophelia, you're going to have more of these sort of gotcha draws on the Esper side. But in some ways, I feel like Benedetto Plumber might be able to just say, okay, fine, let's play a long game. Flage is always going to get its man.
Yes, Flage, and also the turning on Ragavan. There's only so many answers. It can cost some of them are a little bit more expensive, but so similar. When you are just kind of drawing a card, some of them are a little bit more expensive with the Ragavan. That can really snowball really drawing a card that you want to play into your deck. There are answers with the Ragavan that can really snowball really solitude to be part of that equation. There are answers to shake out. The Overlord of the Belmer is actually more solid that one to be part of that equation. Huge card. It's interesting to shake out. And Overlord of the Belmer is actually, you were mentioning that one.
As well,
It's a huge card in the mid-range battle.
Something I just want to point out that is a really interesting one against Ophelia, where you can actually counter the trigger. That was a really interesting one against Ophelia, where you can actually counter the trigger. It's really interesting. Where in some ways the game might be about going bigger, but because maybe see all of these it's really interesting. Where in some ways the game might be about going bigger, but because action see all of these overrun the Ragavan things. I don't think this is a done deal. I think there's going to be overrun the Jeskai side of things. I don't think this is a done deal, and I think there's going to be a lot of play in this matchup, which I personally am so stoked to see.
Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of moving parts, and it's really interesting to call out those 4 main deck inside to memory. That's going to be one of the most played cards this weekend.
Easily.
Yes, and commonly you're going to see it in the sideboard. That's where Hamlin has his 4 copies.
Right.
8 in the matchup, of course. You were mentioning there's some interesting play. You can shut off some aspect of Ophelia. It doesn't answer the Ophelia itself. There's some play with your own Flage and some things
Right.
you can do. Do you feel that De Benedetto is happy to have these in the main deck here?
I think so. The way that De Benedetto is actually going to be able to leverage these and justify putting them in the main deck is you can counter your own if you didn't escape this, etc. trigger from something like Flage, which is what you were getting at. You can also keep something like a Quantum Riddler in play on turn 3 by just saying, alright, I'll warp it, draw a card, in step. I have effects in response to this trigger.
That card just kind of does more every time I see it or hear about it. Consigned to memory.
You also compare it with your own Phelias and say, alright, I'm going to exile your Overlord of the Baelmerk, in step, counter the return. Go.
Well, I think we're going to see some pretty cool stuff in this matchup. Sounds like there's a little bit of technical difficulties, but not so much to stop us from watching some magic.
No, it's business time.
Our players are ready.
Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Show the magic.
To round 1 coverage here.
Oh, well, they definitely have the sides backwards right off the rip.
Top of the screen, you're going to have Stephen Hanlon playing Esper Blink. At the bottom of the screen, reigning Pro Tour champion Michael DiBenedetto Plummer on a Jeskai Blink deck. Hanlon on the play, opens up on a fetch land. Plummer will call that.
And you know, I think DiBenedetto ahead in the tasteful fetch land race so far.
Original printing, Be Still My Heart.
Oh yeah. Also, we are two people who I feel share an affection for Aaron Mesa, I hope.
It's my least favorite red fetch, actually. That's my toxic trait. That's my toxic red fetch land take.
All right. Thanks everyone. That's my time. I've been farming Cloparians. Have a good weekend.
But it is my fourth favorite.
All right. Well, so much to do, so much to see. Hanlon fetches Shadowy Backstreet.
Nothing wrong with Shadowy Backstreet, and nothing wrong with the top card. Hanlon's going to use that on top if you go to his second turn. Second land is a Fluttastrand, and here is a
Streaming here,
Thoughtseize.
see if anyone else wants to.
DiBenedetto will fetch in response, or maybe just move the fetch to the side to show the hand, and we'll take a look as well. Two Flages, an Ephemerate, a Solitude, a Consigned to Memory, a Sacred Foundry, and a Basic Plains. A Zero Plains from Mirage. Good taste there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is someone who is buckled up for a long game.
Yes. So the hand here, there's some redundancy. That's kind of the first thing you look at when you thought sees a hand, and quick decision from Hanlon. Solitude's going to go.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways the decision was basically between the Ephemerate, the Consign, or the Solitude. You don't want to just put a Flage in your opponent's graveyard.
Of course.
And sometimes Ephemerate and Consign are doing similar things. You can actually poke a hole in the keep by Solitude on the battlefield synergy if you go after one of those, because at the end of the day, the Benedetto will have the other one.
Assuming
The way to say, okay, you have one
Hanlon has an answer to
in your
a
combo.
potential Flage plus Consign,
Me, that Thoughtseize is going
which it's going to be hard for Michael to go for anyways. I think taking the Solitude just makes a ton of sense.
to, I suspect, the Surveil land on his side.
See a Fatal Push in his hand, so
Quite popular and quite strong in the modern format since they're printing it murderous.
all seems according to plan so far.
A number of decks. Espergoria is one of the biggest decks from the Pro Tour a couple of weeks ago. Actually playing more Surveil lands than Shock lands in a lot of decks.
That's telling.
Right.
Thundering Falls is going to be the find. I think that's my favorite Surveil land.
Oh my god. Do you like blue red?
Fable the Mirror Breaker milled away.
Whoa. And saying, yes, this is a mid-range mirror. No, it is not a Fable of the Mirror Breaker mid-range mirror. Very loud tell from that, at least to me, the DiBenedetto Plummer is looking for specific kinds of cards in the matchup and is not just trying to say, okay, here's my 3-drop, here's my 3-drop, here's my 3-drop.
Yeah, I think Fable is a really good grindy card in the matchups where you're not fighting for the board as much. I mean, it's just so easy for it to get outclassed by Overlords, Felias, Riddlers, all the things, right?
For every Surveil land.
Felia in particular is like pretty annoying if
Diamond bits.
you commit 3 mana to a Fable, right? So
It's round one.
Alright, Hallowed Fountain hits the bed. Hanlon looking for some action.
We'll see what he can open up on. He's aware of two face-up Flages in DiBenedetto's hand. Gonna probably navigate a little bit around that as we see White Orchid Phantom deployed.
Immediately, both of us looking down at the deck list sheet to do our own little respective basic count. I'm seeing 2 basic planes in
Yeah.
DiBenedetto Plummer's deck.
Here's a statement about that. Consigned to Memory is actually going to counter that trigger. DiBenedetto does not want to get hosed out of those basic lands, and then Flage will take care of the Phantom itself.
Okay.
DiBenedetto's going to gain 3 life, back up to 22, and a fetch from Hanlon will put him to 15.
And when you have double flage like this, the dub RR on the escape cost is very real.
Yes. Also some value to just using that consign on something to get a card in the graveyard.
Yep, absolutely. That might even have been what was going on with the Thunderous Falls. His Fable is a fine card, but a lot of the cards in this sort of matchup are trading pretty evenly, so just having an additional resource in the graveyard is pretty valuable if you think this is the kind of game where you're going to be escaping Flage multiple times.
Undercity Sewers for Hanlon. This is something you were talking about, just the increase in stocks and playability once again, we'll see what Hamlin can produce. Another White Orchid Phantom, and the first one prompted a consign. This one's
What basics is Michael playing?
DiBenedetto's going to go and find that second planes as the Thundering Falls hits the bin.
For now,
Ooh.
he has another red source in hand. This does mean Flage is clear for takeoff. It just needs to be untapped.
Well, we'll see what we can do, as there's no fourth land for Hamlin, and we'll find out. Does DiBenedetto have the fourth? He does. Here's Arid Mesa.
Could not hit the graveyard faster.
And Hamlin knows the score, ready to pick up that White Orchid Phantom. Flage is going to escape, just leaving Arid Mesa in the graveyard. Going after that Phantom. Steam Vents was the land fetch step. That's going to shock. So kind of a wash on the fetch shock versus gaining 3 life. Benedetto staying at 22, and Fatal Push takes care of the Flage.
Really profitable exchange for DiBenedetto Plummer.
I agree. So far, that's good for Michael, but it does look like Steven has this Riddler in the hand. No way to blink it, though.
Actually do play a lot of
Oh, only gets to draw 1 card out of it. That's tough.
they are
Yeah, he's just sitting on...
one of them online to try and get
It's hard to tell from the camera angle that they've got, but I think it's Prismatic Ending Fatal Push.
You see a Quantum Riddler warped there for Hamlin. Drawing extra card, that's a nice, but still missing on that.
Oh, we drew an Arena of Glory.
and hitting
I hope that Michael just holds that in his hand, since we've already seen 2 White Orchids.
unless in the
Unless you really desperately need the mana for something, I would love to see him hold that. And never risk it on the battlefield.
Here's Elegant Parlor, gonna surveil.
Ugh.
one blue source on the table, so Hamlin actually pretty close to knocking DiBenedetto Plummer off of some spells that could be cast otherwise.
Here's land number 4 for Hamlin. It's a plains. Double blue is already at the ready, so just looking for that
No, Michael, I do not like this play.
great land for DiBenedetto.
No, no, no.
All of a sudden, I don't
Because Steven's just going to have Overlords in his deck too, no? So the fact that 2 White Orchids are already gone, I don't even think is... Yeah, I don't like this sequencing at all.
Just the front side of a Flage going upstairs.
I don't mind playing the Flage. Like, I don't think the Flage 3 damage is going to do much else. Maybe you can snipe like a Felia or something, but I really don't like putting the Arena of Glory into play. You didn't need to represent 3 mana there.
Hamlin. Fetch of Arid Mesa for DiBenedetto. That's the 4th non-Flage card in the graveyard. You're kind of getting into an interesting question. How much do you value exiling the second Flage? Is that something you ever have to care about?
I think in this case it's something to think about. I'm not sure if DiBenedetto Plummer is that worried about it, but it looks like we're going to see as we see Arid Mesa into the 3rd Surveil land, likely bidding anything.
Meticulous Archive takes a look. It must be a nice one, because DiBenedetto is thinking about it. I think, like you said, anything would be good to mill.
I mean, I think something like Riddler is literally the only card we're not milling here.
It's gotta be giving Hamlin some concern.
Yeah, at this point, I would guess it's something like a Quantum Riddler.
Yep. Carmen agrees with me.
See DiBenedetto Plummer
There aren't that many cards that are that important in this matchup otherwise.
see a world next turn where you can exert the Arena of Glory and spend one of the red getting back Flage and one of the red warping a Quantum Riddler to get both haste.
Yeah, I just...
Here's an impending overload.
I think Michael could have played around this.
So DiBenedetto did keep.
He's just going to pick up White Orchid.
We're just take a look at 4 cards mill here for Hamlin.
There's nothing else that's even remotely interesting for him to mess this up.
I believe.
Yeah, he just takes White Orchid, he blows up the Arena of Glory. I really do not like that Michael did that.
Here's White Orchid Phantom. As you mentioned, that's definitely going for the Arena of Glory if it works.
Ooh, and look, you can see DiBenedetto Plummer reading it.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing if it's a Meg.
Yes, he did keep that card on top of the Surveil, asking, do I have to shuffle? Answer is no.
Had a second Arena of Glory.
Of Glory. Whoa.
I guess that makes it okay if you've been slow rolling that one the entire game, but
I see why you thought about it.
I'm not sure that's what...
Off for that decision.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, look at this. This is 5
So that was the top card they're saying.
including double red.
No, I mean, you still could have just...
The Arena, here's an escape of Flame.
Nah, I don't think any of that makes a lot of sense to me.
27. You mentioned the red mana floating. Here's that warp of the Quantum Riddler. That's got haste too.
Now this is a good play.
12? Oh, wait, it's more than 12.
Double hasty threats, 13 we're representing.
Creatures, 3 more on the attack. Solitude is going to try to break this up.
got to be Flage, I guess, yeah. Now that's 2 Flages dealt with because we exiled the other one.
It looks like he was happy to just have Flage get exiled. I think we know about an Ephemerate in hand.
We do. Yeah, that was in hand from that early Thoughtseize. So Flage
Interesting.
exile to that Solitude. De Benedetto's life.
I mean, I do think that not ephemerating the Flage makes a ton of sense. We don't have any cards in our graveyard, right? So it's going to be forever before we get to do anything with it. And it looks like we maybe have a 3rd Flage in our hand, so I think all of these plays make sense. Yeah, the only play that Michael's made that I think is incorrect is the not sandbagging the Arena of Glory on that one turn.
Many questions being asked of him.
Because then he was forced to keep another Arena of Glory that I don't think he would have needed to otherwise.
Overlord ticking down 3 counters yet before it's a creature. We go back to De Benedetto.
Probably not casting Ephemerate, right? Yeah, I wouldn't. Opponents at 8? Just crack.
Cast.
Yes.
I would like to attack you.
Yeah, just crack. I agree.
In the combat step, actually. Thank you. Enjoy your stay.
Quantum Riddler does make quick work of an 8-point life total as we see Hanlon fall to 4. Here's another Riddler. That one's going to be warped. Benedetto draws yet another card.
Oh, we've got Ophelia and
Ophelia, exuberant
what else is that? Is that a Sacred Foundry? And that's a Steam Vents.
What a good doggo Flynn is.
Can't make out what I think the 3rd card is.
Benedetto's going to shock into Steam Vents. Why not? Down to 31.
Sometimes you can just hear it, I don't know, man, in body language. Like 33, 31, I'll just have banner.
Here's another Flage. Let's call it 34 for the life total. Quantum Riddler was going to go to exile. We might be seeing that one again.
Yeah, and Hanlon going to 1 here notably means that fetch lands are not live anymore.
Yes, and there was a while where he was really looking for any 5th land to cast that Quantum Riddler, but nothing forthcoming. Michael De Benedetto Plummer convincingly picks up game number 1 here.
Very nice. I mean, in some ways, you know, one could argue that Hanlon had some mana problems, but also, look how, let's say
That's not what happened. He put his hand on the table at the end of the game. He just had infinite reactive cards.
that's just such a
He just had pendings and
card where
fatal pushes and Aven interrupters that don't do anything against Quantum Riddler.
slowing down a card in that exchange. Quantum Riddler, you literally cannot target. Same with Solitude. That's something that I think Hanlon's in a tough spot where you maybe want to have to leave some in because you're seeing Ophelia on the deck list sheet, but oof, drawing more than 1 or 2 is going to be really tough.
That's a really good point, and that's something that often happens with these kind of controlling these mid-range decks. You have some cards that play some of the time, and figuring out your configuration is going to be really important as players go into the sideboard. Reminder, you see players looking at deck lists. The regional championship is
Aw, BRB. Gonna go get some Wata.
So let's talk through them. Looking at the top of the screen, Hanlon's option to the sideboard. You mentioned maybe looking for some help. You see anything here that might stand out to him?
So looking at the deck list sheet, I've seen cards like Consign to Memory, Wrath in the Skies. Do a lot of great work here. I think that in a lot of ways that is the kind of card that you either do not want to draw it at all in a bunch of matchups, or find yourself in positions where you want to trigger it 5, 6, 7 times in a game and effectively have it start just strip mining your opponent over and over to blow up the things. It was one of the best cards in that game in particular.
Yeah, definitely. You were talking through just some options there. We do have the sideboards on the wrong side of the screen, so the card is currently on the bottom. That's what Han's looking for.
Alright.
For De Benedetto Plummer, things look pretty good in game 1. Is he going to get better in the sideboard games, or what does he have for options?
I don't think he's really trying to mess with the formula too much. That format, or excuse me, that game was fairly convincing to me that I'm ready to change my opinion and say that I think Jeskai might be ahead in this matchup by a little bit. Something that I like in the sideboard are these copies of Mystical Dispute. Those are going to be a little bit better whenever your opponent is bringing in chunkier spells. It's going to be good against earlier Quantum Riddlers, the back half of a Quantum Riddler. It's so funny whenever you see a face-up Quantum Riddler in exile, you know your dispute's going to be worth something pretty frequently, as long as you can check Teferi Time Raveler. And I think De Benedetto Plummer is a little bit better at checking Teferi Time Raveler because of those flages than Hanlon is going to be. So I think it's a little bit riskier for Hanlon, especially since De Benedetto's curve is a little leaner. But I think they are
appreciate you all joining us here for coverage of the regional championship here at SCG Gone Houston. If you're interested in keeping up on news in the world of Magic, well, I have a deal for you. It's absolutely free. It's called the Star City Games newsletter. You don't want to miss out on any updates and events like this.
Yeah, a ton of announcements recently about upcoming sets in 2026 that I believe SCG was really just on the ground floor of kind of breaking. So this is something that you are going to want to go ahead and head on over to starcitygames.com/newsletter to sign up.
See there, SCG Gone Houston on display. You can't register for that anymore.
Jaxie boy.
You totally can. I have seen multiple people walk in today.
Oh, yeah, side events. Side events for sure.
Yeah.
You want to roll up.
There's a whole con here. I was playing Legacy all day yesterday.
You're making some good points.
Yeah,
I got focused on the RC.
I
There's a lot going on here.
truly had a great time.
You did.
Oh yeah.
I had fun watching you. You
Yeah.
really dialed in.
We had multiple friends at the hotel walk up and go, Carmen, you are too locked in for it to be a side event.
And of course, pick up any Edge of Eternities that you need. Pre-orders for Avatar: The Last Airbender are live on StarCityGames.com. Definitely a set that I've seen a lot of excitement for.
Oh yeah, I could not be more thrilled about it. Avatar is one of the sets that I believe was my first Vision team internally for a full set. You know, I did some stuff like in the supplemental space, like the Doctor Who decks, but Avatar was one that I personally have a hand in helping design a bunch of the mechanics. And you know, I can't take credit. It's a whole team thing, right? I really loved working under Chris Mooney. He was the lead for the set, but I've seen the Avatar series.
Ooh, they finally have Michael's camera working, it looks like.
Pretty easily. It's one of my sister's and I's favorite shows growing up.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Glad you're able to work on that.
Yeah.
You know, glad they're giving you those opportunities, and I appreciate your humility. I know you did a lot of good work on that set.
Oh, thank you. Do you?
Well, I know in my heart.
Oh.
Michael saying looks like it's a lot of lands, a Fable, and a Teferi.
At this point, but I believe it.
Both players have lands and spells.
I don't think there's a lot of early interaction that matters in these games. I think lands and good spells is like
Game plan and a texture
a snap keep every time.
with keeps.
Oh yeah, Spell Snare. Spell Snare is great.
For that texture, once again, both players opening up on a fetch land. Marsh Flats for Hanlon is going to go and fetch up some surveil land, I'm sure.
So much to do, so much to see.
So what's wrong with Meticulous Archive?
If Michael really cared about keeping Ophelia locked down, he could just not sack his Tarn. But I think it's so unlikely Steven's ever going to play the Felia in response to the sack
Top card.
that there's no reason to actually do that.
Lands are what you're looking for.
I think you're safe to just go get a Surveil land or a regular Shock land if you so choose.
Overlord of the Veil Merc, which is hard to say no to.
Maybe the ideal turn to play for this deck?
Either that or Ophelia, where you then Overlord on 3 and the getting really gets good.
It was an over.
Milling Overlord when you have Ophelia in your hand. Very interesting.
Looking for lands, as you mentioned. There's a shock of Godless Shrine.
It's always so funny.
Yep.
in these sorts
Good play by Michael, I think.
of- Oh, wow. I can't
The Philia is 100% telegraphed when you pay the life for it. There's no reason to sack your Tarn.
guess.
Independent is not going to crack that fetch. Just going to go to his turn.
Yep, this means we're going to get a Hallowed Fountain off of our Tarn right now. Yep.
Have the shields go down for it. Like a spell snare.
Be still my beating heart.
Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
I'm happy for you, man. I'm so glad I get to be here and share you just watching spell snare get put on this stack.
If Steven has a third land, jamming Teferi here is still very, very good.
Right, and that was exactly why we saw it. The Benedetto not
If he doesn't have a third land, it looks like there's a Thoughtseize in the hand, which is fine. But you really want to be able to jam Teferi here.
okay, great. I know
You got opponent tapped out.
more important I have.
Oh, he doesn't have... Oh my god. Steven has run pretty bad in this match.
Shock for Hollow Fountain.
Yep, that's tough.
Spell for players.
We've all been there.
And for Hanlon.
And the Warped Quantum Riddler does not deliver.
Yep, and now Michael gets to play his Teferi, and that's not looking good. Oh, he's playing Fable.
Telling a little story.
Interesting. I guess Fable is better against the card Prismatic Ending. But you know he has to draw his third land for that to be true. I think I would have Teferi'd there, but I respect Fable. Fable lets you snowball ahead further.
Good among the options. Yeah, I was about to say this implies that this Goblin Shaman's clear for takeoff, but maybe not.
Next up, Witch Enchanter. We were talking about looking for lands. That happens to work as a land.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I think this play worked out well for Michael.
Down. So that's at least checking the first problem for Hanlon to stay in this game.
Yes. Found the land and also is stopping.
Maybe his thinking was he just really valued the double rummage ability.
A mana advantage sounds
I can see that.
so great work checking that box. Went to 14 for the trouble.
Oh, and you can see right now it looks like DeBenedetto Plumber is more or less choosing between do I want to cast Teferi this turn or go for Quantum Riddler Ephemerate and maybe get blown out by something like a Solitude.
It's not really a blowout is the problem, right? Like,
Is seeing two solitudes.
it's just a two. It's still a 2-for-1 because you drew a card off the Riddler.
All right, well, there is a land.
Yeah, I think Carmen's misunderstanding that interaction. Even if Steven has the Solitude, this is not a blowout.
This work.
We've already drawn a card from the Riddler. Yeah.
And there is the other solitude. Has to pitch Ephemerate.
Michael is totally fine with this turn of events.
The Consign?
Oh, well, we just have Consign for Solitude. And that's going to be the ball game, probably.
On the weekend.
I asked you about that before the match, and I was wondering, do you really?
I wonder if Michael made a slight misplay there. And he drew the card first. Oh, no, he's got 3 cards in his hand, so it never mattered. I was going to say, something that you could do if you had all of those cards in your hand already was play the Riddler, and then before you draw the card, Ephemerate it. Because if you know that you're going to have a fight over it and get yourself down to 1 card, then you could just draw 2 right away.
Bringing it in against your opponent's Teferi Time Ravelers.
What is this, a surgical extraction for Flage? Yeah.
Even in the games where Hanlon has Teferi Time Raveler, like this one in hand, Flage can check it, or we're going to see Consign be used a little bit more proactively.
Yeah, I mean, extraction on Flage is good if in an even game, but that is not what we have here. Steven is down 1 million resources, 1 million lands.
Surgical extraction, excuse me, for Hanlon going after Flage. It's both going to get the one
Yeah.
from the graveyard, and DeBenedetto had a second copy in hand. That's useful.
Plus his hand is Teferi plus Riddler, which means he doesn't even get the choice. I mean, Michael can just keep adding gigantic threats to the board or return the threats that Steven settles on. Yeah, that's about the best he can hope for, right? Because now he's not getting attacked for a turn. But it's still not good. It's still not good.
Yeah, we saw how strong Flage was in game 1. Here's the very Time Raveler for Hanlon. It's going to bounce the Quantum Riddler and draw a card. The Overlord ticks down. Yeah, it doesn't feel great. And Fable will go to Chapter 3. Here is the reflection of Kiki Jiki.
Let me ask you, does creating a token copy of Quantum Riddler, does that sound good to you?
Yeah, Carmen, it sounds pretty damn good.
Not weak to describe such plays.
No, it's weekend.
It's strong. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Benedetto's going to survey some
I don't know what the 5th card in our hand is, but I would be really tempted to just jam a Quantum Riddler.
players know about.
Assuming it's a blank card like a land or something. I think you just want to put a permanent threat in play.
Whatever card was drawn from turn.
You don't want to play an instant speed game anymore because the opponent's got Teferi and we're at least a turn away from removing it.
No, me either. I also am. It feels like I'm doing something wrong, but there's just like a certain aura saying, yeah, no, whatever. Let's move on with the game.
I definitely respect it.
You know these are here. That's fine. We're not playing a brainstorm format. These are in my hand, or they're in a public zone, and that's how the game's gonna shake out.
Looks like we're making the play that I suggested.
concerned about his life total. But the phages are
Yeah, I think
more of a thing in this game.
jamming Riddler here just makes a lot of sense. We get to draw back up to a fourth card, and we have two different threats that are threatening Teferi on the next turn, which is very important.
Yeah, here it is, the 5-mana Quantum Relay.
5 mana 4/6, draw a card.
What you whining about, buddy?
Once again, the Benedetto just had a
Trying to be on stream?
feel. Hanlon doesn't have nothing, but he also doesn't have
There you are.
much.
It's really interesting. I think the onus of action is currently on Hanlon, but some of that is because he does have a bunch of things that will be good eventually. Right? We see a Quantum Relay that's more flavor.
Well, it's a pretty decent look at the hand. What is that? Fatal Push, Thoughtseize. I couldn't make out that third black card.
All of these cards are going to accrue an advantage over time, but Hanlon's at 12, and Benedetto Plummer has a ton of ways to apply pressure in hand and on the table already deployed.
Yeah, so it sounds like he needs to find that time, make that time, earn that time somehow.
Exactly. Really needs to do some playing to the battlefield in a way that isn't just displaying more inevitability. Ooh, it looks like a handful of black spells with only one black source.
Yeah, I mean, it's also just he needed the fourth land to get good value out of Emperor.
Teferi is going to go up to 2 loyalty.
That's step one. Like, good enough Teferi Time Raveler, it's almost like, alright, draw, roll up Teferi, now I'll start thinking about my turn.
Yep. You don't want to forget it.
Right, exactly. It feels devastating if you do.
I mean, you have to Overlord. It's the only way. I mean, you get.
I kind of think that this might just be the look for something else you can cast to play to the board or a land. Is get back a solid.
I mean, it is. That's exactly what it is. But what else are you gonna do? He doesn't have any other relevant castables on his hand.
White Broken Phantom
I don't think Thoughtseizing or
milled, but you can select any
yeah. I mean, I don't think Thoughtseizing or trying to. You can't. I mean, Fatal Push. He has no way to turn on
you were mentioning Solitude, potential very appealing
whatever the
card.
keyword on Fatal Push is. So.
And the nice thing now is with this Teferi in play, Hanlon knows that the Solitude play is actually going to work out.
You go back to the Benedetto. Here's Teferi of his own. This
If we're
force some action here. I was kind of wondering about the Solitude, whether there's an ability or desire to do it.
I thought he didn't have another white card. Did I misunderstand his hand?
No, it looks like the Teferi resolved. And there's not another white card in Hanlon's hand to pair with the Solitude. Or at least
Oh, he's just showing it face up. I see. I see. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he had another white card.
In the holding.
yeah, I believe I saw an Emperor of Bones, a Fatal Push, and a Thoughtseize.
Well, now that the opponent can't do anything, I would be very incentivized to probably just copying this Riddler and drawing a card.
You will fetch.
I don't think you should go get your last planes,
Riddler is
but yeah, I think this is slightly better, even though it's like a little scary.
shock for a Sacred Foundry.
I think leaving the second planes in your deck for a White Orchid makes a lot of sense. Copying Riddler definitely makes a lot of sense. Let's draw our card.
Make a token copy with haste. Draw
Looks like we've got a Ragavan.
Launch of Riddler does. Dash Ragavan.
Ragavan is
We've got a Lightning Bolt in our hand. This is just lethal.
pretty funny, I think.
He just sends 10 at Steven, gets the treasure, bolts him.
The format has adapted to
Yep.
being part of it, but alright,
A
there's
G?
haste damage.
G.
What is going to roll
It's a wrap.
It's just legal and it's just lethal. The Benedetto shows a lightning bolt to roll things up off the treasure, and so far so good for the reigning Pro Tour champion. A convincing
Yeah, his opponent got pretty unlucky. Actually, those games were not very close. But that's Magic the Gathering for you.
frame. Whew, dare I say,
That is Magic the Gathering.
I've always appreciated the original Lightning Bolt as the kind of card that it took a long journey to get there, but the original alpha printed text is now the Oracle text.
yes, any target,
Yes.
whatever you want.
Yeah, we've seen all kinds of different templatings, creature or player, any target, whether or not you have card name or just say this spell, and now it's perfect.
And that was something we were talking about at the top of the show, how we're seeing the history
Just got the update that my boy Lucas El Parsano got his first win. Playing some Manufacturer Affinity.
It ain't lightning bolt and ain't magic. So I love seeing that.
And it's the one lightning bolt into Benedetto Plummer's deck.
You like that news too, buddy?
Gorgeous about that.
Jax, where'd you go?
Lightning bolt, the Plummer.
You trying to get on stream, Bubba?
That's a nice
Your ass up here. Oh, big boy. Big boy.
We kind of talked a little bit
Big boy.
into the match where it was like, hey, we know that this Esper Blink deck is going to be able to go over the top in a long game. But Jeskai is better at applying pressure. And in a lot of ways, we saw the Benedetto Plummer kind of shrug off its very time raveler, ask for a bunch of weird specific answers like surgical extraction to go after something like Flage, say, hey, your White Orchid Phantoms need to tax my colors
Whoop.
as well as my Arena of Boys. And it just asked so many different kinds of questions that all had this unified sort of direction of pressure that I really appreciated.
Yes, and also just the way that Benedetto is bringing these different controlling elements, that proactive slant that Matt Bruce you
Yes,
alluded to, the
yes.
Flage being kind of both proactive and reactive. You can clean something up, makes you deal a lot of damage. And what really impressed me was how impactful the main deck and side to memories were, because this was a mirror adjacent match. These are both blue-white based blink decks, splashing a third color. We have one player with the main deck and signs, and it makes sense that there's spots where they interact with your opponent more. But even in that matchup where one player has him on the sideboard, the player with the main deck and signs was able to leverage him very effectively there, and finding a way to really use such a powerful sideboard card and just have it in all three games that you really want it, and use it even where it seems like maybe it's not what you want, and just have it convincingly perform so well. Like a 2-0 win with that texture, with that aspect, really impressed me.
And it mattered a lot, right?
Yes.
In both directions. We saw both the sort of quote-unquote stifle mode on the Kutikiko Quantum Riddler on the battlefield and provide a huge mana advantage, and then we also saw it turn off a Solitude as a 2-for-1. When normally, it's not even countering a spell, it's just countering an ability, but that is how much the ability of a Solitude is worth.
Yeah, really impressive stuff, and I want to watch more Magic. I think you want to watch more Magic. You at home, I'm
Every day,
sure. That's
all
why
the
you
time.
joined us. So let's watch some more Magic.
Oh, we have a flashback match. Let's go. Let's go.
We're gonna have Brennan Roy. Looks like a Domain Zoo strategy
What you
against
love, Domain Zoo.
big Leyline fan Simon Draco.
It's just cool. Like, there's something really pure about seeing the domain keyword matter in 2025. That's
Tribal
another
Flames.
thing speaking to the history of Magic, right? Tribal Flames is the type of card that was printed in Invasion? I
In that-
didn't
yes,
play back
in
then.
that
I actually
block, yes.
started in Mirrodin, so my Magic career is as old as modern, which is part of why my bones turn to dust every time we talk about it. But it's really cool to just sort of see this anthology of Magic's history on display on the battlefield and on the decklist sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. And Roderick Robbins will be on the other side of the table. This is going to be an Eldrazi Tron deck. We see a number of flavors of Eldrazi in the modern format right now. There's some options when it comes to these soul lands, lands that can tap for more than one mana. Tron, we don't see a ton these days, but the mana output is undeniable. Dugan's Labyrinth, the huge pickup there in Modern Horizons 3.
And also getting some recent pickups. Look at Eye of the Storms
Yep.
from Tarkir Dragonstorm, something that's kind of revitalized these decks in a lot of ways just because of how versatile and impactful that card is. Specifically, whenever you do the Mind Power Plant Tower start.
Yeah, 3 copies of that. Also have a couple Sire of 7 Deaths from Magic Foundations.
You know what? Honestly, I hope whoever originally, thought of that card set the great Saturday morning.
Whoever that is.
Ryan.
Whoever that is. Whoever that is. With their friend Ryan.
All right, of course. I hear we have a match ready for you.
Yes, let's go ahead and get down to it and see how this one shakes out. So you have kind of a deck that cares about land types and getting some benefit from all 5 colors of matchup against a deck devoid of color. That one was an intentional pun. Do you like the Zoo side or the Tron side?
This is one where I think I'm inclined to sort of go on the Eldrazi side of things.
Yeah, I think Tron is favored most of the time.
If it's fighting against a creature deck, it's trying to go a little bit bigger than the opponent. So this is a deck that has seen a lot of success whenever Boros Energy was a great deck, for example, because you just play a
wouldn't say that's exactly true. I mean, Roderick has 4 mana, but he has not played a spell yet.
quickly on that side of the table.
And this is a pretty
You gotta hope he's representing Kozilek's command here, otherwise this hand may not have even been very good to begin with.
Good or horrified on the other side of the table?
Oh yeah, if you're in Roy's seat, this is the point where I think you're getting pretty nervous and going, oh my god, what do you mean every spell in their hand costs more than 4?
Warping
Scion of Draco,
Whale.
quote-unquote combo with the ley line, and Robin's going to push the mana even more. Warping Whale makes an Eldrazi Scion.
Alright, I think that just implies that Robbins is going to cast a 7 mana spell every turn for the rest of time.
Sure looks like it, as Eldrazi Temple is land number 3. Okay, so this is not a 7 mana spell per se. Karn the Great Creator.
Interesting.
Start. Thinking about whether to go up or down. It's going to be down to access that wish board, -2 to find an artifact from the sideboard.
So in a lot of ways, this just speaks to basically building towards something where this card demands action. Right?
Yes.
So we're going to see Robbins pick up a card that is going
Does
to
he have Bridge in his sideboard?
and is going to buy some time. And ensnaring Bridge the Git,
Yep.
I believe
I think Ensnaring Bridge makes a lot of sense.
Tales of Middle Earth.
I think Ensnaring Bridge makes a lot of sense.
Anyway, I'm gonna get stumped on a lot of that stuff. Card text, though, that's important. If that bridge gets down, creatures with more power than the card in Robin's hand will not be able to.
He's going to want to play cards a little bit faster than the rate that he's been doing it, but
And it's actually attacking Robin's. Forget about your card.
This is Roy identifying, okay, well, it sounds like attacking your card is good for you, so I can't do that.
And Lightning will clean it up
ooh,
cleanly as well.
okay. We net a point of damage there.
Came in at 9 o'clock, working boots on.
4 copies in this deck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what land that is. I think that's maybe an Inkmoth Nexus.
Explosive. Still a lot of cards.
Cavern of Souls? It's Cavern of Souls, right?
Bridge equation.
I think it's Cavern of Souls.
Counts a little bit there. Sire said that Death was a card exiled to that.
Thought not.
And here is Thought Not Seer.
And notably, that's Cavern of Souls.
It is Cavern of Souls.
There are 2 main deck copies of Consign to Memory in Roy's deck, so this does matter. Even though it is a Zoo deck, there are more copies of Consign to Memory out of this deck to just be a counter spell in a lot of instances.
Cavern of Souls.
Really good sequencing by Roderick.
4 colorless decks for the reason
RC's open deck list.
decks.
You want to know that the consign is not there. Yeah. Really, really massive.
And Tribal Flames. And the Seer will exile the Leyline Bind. Eldrazi Scion sacrificed. If here is the Ensnaring Bridge, and now Robin's just with 1 card left in hand, I believe. Yup, gonna be tough to attack from here.
Alright, and 16 also a really high life total to have to just burn through. There are points with this domain.
I agree. I agree.
8 or 10. It's pretty believable that we could see Roy just actually top deck out of this one.
Even that 16th point, you see the face-up Tribal Flames. 3 does 15. Like, we're a long way from that.
Right.
But we're a long way from that, and it's still 1 shy.
Right, exactly. That's the thing where I don't want to say funny exactly, but there is a sort of degree of, alright, it is a bit unlikely to draw a couple more tribal flames, but it feels like you know where you're going. But in this spot, you need specifically 2 more tribal flames and some help. Notably, another leyline binding could check the ensnaring bridge in a big way.
Yes, yeah, so there are 3 more Leyline Bindings in the main deck. So it's nice to have access to some answers. A lot of decks just would not be able to answer a permanent like that on the battlefield.
Though, somewhat ironically, Sire of 7 Deaths, hiding under Uggin's Labyrinth. Even in the world where Roy gets out from under the bridge, there's something big looming.
Flage is more burn. Flage is more burn.
Shots is a Flage
That's
for
not
Roy.
bad. That's 6.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we only need 1 more tribal flames.
Yup.
Yeah, this game, it's closer than it may appear.
Right. I have to admit it. I wasn't just setting that up.
Here's an Urza's Tower and Expedition map. So an aspect of these
What does he have worth getting? I'm a little surprised we played Urza's Tower there. I mean, if we have like Urza Saga in our deck or something, could we not have?
Yep. Yeah, at this point in
Interesting.
the long race, it's just signaling, no,
Could we not have
instead if I get to
gone to
cast my spells, I
put a
will
more powerful land into play
put
first?
points into.
Here is the Escape of Flage from Roy. Robin's to 10. We know about the one Tribal Flames in hand.
Alright, Sire, 7 deaths. Picked up. Expedition map cracked.
What are we getting? What are we getting?
Expedition map is kind of cracked, yeah. Oh, you meant he was using
Oh,
it.
it's explicitly cracked there.
Just Temple? Interesting. Yeah, I think Eldrazi Tron's in a tough spot. We need to draw Flesh Rakers in a hurry. And it might even be too late now because, I mean, now it's just how long does it take Brennan to find the second Tribal Flames, right? We don't really have any ways to gain life, I don't think.
Finding a way to have it
I mean, it's not like we're going to be able to attack with the Sire.
blow it up with something else. It's ugly.
Yes. Convoluted, if possible.
There are admittedly worlds where a Karn the Great Creator off the top could represent something.
Wow, we get to take Tribal Flames. That's crazy powerful. What a draw.
That is true.
Very, very good draw.
Fine, though. Thought-Knot Seer is going to answer that one Tribal Flames he knew was in hand. And
That should be exiled for what it's worth, I believe, right?
Or something exiled. That plan got a lot tougher.
Oh yeah, that is his exile zone. Okay.
And, you know, we
Yeah,
never
because he
know
had
if the cycle
brought back
works out
Flage.
the way it got tapped. I thought it was going to be another Flage.
And just a cycle.
Really important draw for Roderick. He's still pretty far away from being able to stitch anything together himself, but that was a step in the right direction.
We're still in a window where Leyline Binding would be great. That is just Ragavan, though.
All of a sudden asking
Yeah, he needs to draw Flesh Raka.
randomly attack.
Sire, not that important.
Less inviting now that the Sire has showed up.
Yeah, lifelink creature.
It does take away the relevance of Leyline. Oh, I guess that's not even just true, right? Because none of his creatures have flying. Yeah.
Leyline of the Guild Path.
So he's still, I would say,
I think that we got
a favorite to lose from this spot, I would imagine.
We head back to Robin's.
Ensnaring Bridge, addition to the format from 8th edition.
8th edition. Oh yeah, here's Karn the Great Creator. You're mentioning this is the one that could allow Robins to get fancy and find a way to end the game.
Cool.
Here's -2. Take a look at the sideboard.
My intuition is we're just going to see a snapped off liquid metal coating or something like that. Maybe Torpor Orb because that turns off Flage.
Yeah, so there's a lot of just
He's looking at Stone Brain.
those cards. They're not awe-inspiring. There's no like game winner. We're well past the point where you used to be able to find Mycosynth Lattice, for example.
Sure.
So I'll just kind of list off the options. There's 2 Disruptor Flutes, 2 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Torpor Orb. That Ensnaring Bridge is already there.
It's really interesting, actually.
Liquid Metal Coating, we were talking about that as an option. The Sundering Titan, that's the most, possibly the most appealing one, the biggest effect anyway. Liquid Metal Coating's going to be defined. There's also like a Stone Brain, Trinisphere, Vex.
Yeah.
So walking Ballista, the thing about that, that could be the way that Robins ends the game, but there's no rush.
Right, right.
Yeah, I don't know about the liquid metal coating.
Just trying to stay alive, which sounds funny given the battlefield.
I get it,
Karn the Great Creator
but it's just so slow.
inevitability engine.
But it does ultimately turn off all of the burn spells except Bolt that you care about, so I get it. I get it.
And from Roy's seat, you definitely want to be thinking about that 10-point life.
My gut instinct would have been Stone Brain for Leyline personally, but
Sideboard, and yeah, Lightning Bolt's gotta go for the card here.
yeah, my gut instinct, I would have really liked to have seen
That is the way.
uh, Stone Brain for Leyline, personally.
There's a basic swamp. There's a basic swamp and a basic wastes.
Yeah, just another Sire doesn't do anything.
Yeah, in this spot, you generally want to have a couple of basics or something like White Orchid Phantom.
I almost don't even think playing Sire is good, because if he ever draws Leyline Binding, you just instantly lose anyways. Just keep it in your hand for if you find a Flesh Raker eventually.
Some Drago. Players continue to look for the same thing. Roy
Yeah, Carmen caught on. Ryan was a little behind on what was relevant here.
It would take some doing.
Of course.
Multiple flesh rakers can, you can get something going.
Doorkeeper.
Copies of that.
Isn't Doorkeeper not even a good play here?
Breaker's damage,
What has an ETB?
Drawing board.
as well as Sundering Titans.
Yeah.
Oh, it shuts down Fleshraker's damage dealing ability, but not the mana ability?
We're on a lot of gas this game.
Interesting. I maybe wouldn't have played the Doorkeeper Thrall until the Fleshraker was in play, because it turns off your own Flages. And Flage Burn is a real
Yes.
avenue that we're kind of depending on here.
I've registered a lot of modern decks that are
Wait, that doesn't work. Oh, it's a cast trigger, It does work.
Devourer of Destiny is going to go to work and get rid of one of those ley lines.
Ugin, Eye of the Storms would also be a pretty
Players are making some goofy decisions, in my opinion, I think. But it's round 2 of an RC, that checks out. We're bolting face, yep, down to 7.
Fire off a lightning bolt, Robin's to 7.
and there are
I don't think there's a reason to do that unless you're planning on using your red mana.
here Flages
And you have ley line, so it's like, unless you actually care about your mana,
gets out.
I don't think there's much reason to do that.
Here's a Flooded Strand and a tap of 4 for another ley line. I got excited. I don't know why. I don't know what I thought was going to happen.
About lane number 11.
Yeah, how about it? You were seeing the long-standing impact of 8th edition on modern format. Standard Grid is not a card you see nearly as much these days. This was a fundamental aspect of the Lantern control deck that had its day in the sun some years ago. Khan the Great Creator has wished for this card plenty of times, I'm sure. War of the Spark, definitely allowing the card to maintain some prominence in the format. Mindstone, redraw.
That counts.
Mindstone, draw 1 card. Big tap. Is it Ugin?
Oh, oh.
It's Ugin.
Holy. And I believe this also gains life when you
Yes.
roll it up. Devastating.
Oh, we have Ugin in our deck as well. Well, Ugin was one of the draws we were waiting on then.
A lot. Immediately it's going to exile that second ley line. +2, draws a card and gains free life. So that's free life. That's going to be narrowing Roy's margins every time that's activated. Drawing a card is going to be increasing Robin's margins. And
Yep, we're gonna start pulling away.
in its own way.
That was massive.
You can go and find your other non-land cards if you get your colorless cards. You can get to that -11 ultimate ability.
Yup. That's a wrap!
2 times.
And that's why having deck lists is important.
Now, early on we see
Did not know that they had Ugin.
a lot of people have the temptation to just look for cards they can play immediately whenever they play with that card, but instead Robin said, alright, in this matchup, what is important is the card Ensnaring Bridge. So I'm going to get this and try and pave the way for it through a possible consign or stubborn denial or what have you with a Thought-Knot Seer, and then slam this Ensnaring Bridge and the game is effectively over.
Yeah, Robin's definitely demonstrating an awareness of that inevitability.
Yes.
That Thought-Knot Seer taking the Leyline Binding over the Tribal Fames also really reinforcing that game plan and settling into the long game that way. As players are going to reach for their sideboards, both players had kind of some ideal things to start off. It's not necessarily clear to me which player is going to be advantaged, but let's take a look at the sideboards and see who is going to gain more. So on the debate that Zoo side of things, Roy maybe needs some help, but there are some good options here.
Right, we're seeing Consign to Memory and Gaming Spheres. I think it also could go back to so Lands are not very good at tapping for a bunch of mana. Stubborn Denial is a card that can be pretty good here because a lot of the scariest cards, as weird as this is, tend to be non-creatures. I think a lot of it is going to come down to what you think Robbins is doing and what he's trying to hang his hat on. I don't really think you can afford to go up too much higher on it, but these Wear Tears, these are something that are basically the Shatter mode is absolutely
Alright.
crucial in this matchup. Having more ways to check Ensnaring Bridge is just going to be massive.
Yeah, that's really what he needed for a good stretch of the game in game 1, so that makes sense. On Robin's side of the
Yeah, Wear Tear is good. Stubborn Denial is good.
Always there with the Corn the Great Vader wish for.
Damping Sphere, I mean, it's in your sideboard to deal with a deck like this, but
I could see some worlds where
I kind of
you see something like
I kind of don't think
get trimmed on
it's good enough
it's at its best.
in this Age of Magic, at least in my opinion. But presumably, if he's put these cards in his sideboard, I mean,
Check a flage.
the Zoo deck is probably bringing in Consigns, Damping Spheres, and Wear Tears.
Don't think we're gonna see very much past that.
Yep, makes sense to me. We're playing Mountaineer this weekend at the Regional Championship. We're at SCG-Con Houston. There's a lot going on this weekend. If you're interested in checking out just such a con, great news. Another event coming up next weekend, SCG-Con Baltimore. You can check out the Spotlight Series. That's going to be Spider-Man, Standard Action, the main event, and plenty to do outside of that as well.
Right, I love Baltimore. One of my favorite cities to visit. Specifically the Inner Harbor area near the convention center is something that I've spent a lot of time around. The Little Italy is just, I want to say, half a mile-ish away or something. You have some very homey, nice restaurants around the area. I love every time I have a reason to go to Baltimore for any sort of event.
Great city, great event. Find the details on that at StarCityGames.com/SGGCon. Players are looking at opening hands. I believe we are underway with 7. Says Roy's going to open up on the turn 1 Ragavan. No ley line, but this is a great start.
Right, this is the kind of thing where, especially when you're on the play, you know this is going to be either connecting or it's going to eat something like a dismember, which
Or a Warping Wheel, right?
in its own way.
Right. Most of it Tribal Flames.
Right, 1 mana, 4 points. Back in my day, we spent 2 mana for Boros Charm and didn't get a card out of their hand.
I spent 2 mana for Flame Rift, and I also took 4.
Uphill, both ways, in the lava. Oh, speaking of which, member,
Ragavan's going to connect and exile Dismember. Not anything Roy can utilize, but
Oh, we have the Dismember.
Robins can utilize.
That's massive.
Exile.
getting the treasure also quite relevant.
Oh, no. The Dismember was revealed off the Ragavan. That's way worse. That's way worse.
Land number 2 down to 15. Most weighted domain with Steam Vents as the first land, and there is where on Expedition Map. This is stuff you dream of.
Okay, but I think Robin says natural drawing.
Well, you don't dream of that so much.
Incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, second Tron land is land number 2, and you do see those white borders.
I'm a little confused with the game state. We played a map and it got wear teared. Interesting. Which I think normally you would not be wildly excited to do, except we're already showing 2 Urza lands.
Especially when they have it this way, it's so strong.
Oh, okay. Double hasted Kavu. I see you.
Treasure, you mentioned that Maverick.
This is a power play right here.
Real Kavu with haste. They are 4/4s. There's no swamp, but that
This is a power play by Brennan. Very nice.
We're talking about last game, where
10 damage, and we're gonna get another treasure.
we saw Robbins get the bridge down, went all the way up at, what was it, 16 life? Now, Robbins
Actually, kind of having a hard time seeing how you even get back into this game. You would need old Ugin, right? You would need like 7 mana Ugin,
doing some rummaging.
which I assume is not in his deck because that's not very common.
Ragavan will trigger a Thought-Knot Seer. That one's not going to be castable.
Leyline and Guildpact does not help with card
Interesting. I mean, it's literally like Urza land, Karn, Bridge again, no?
But it's still nice.
And even then, I don't know how many cards are in our... Oh, we have all his dust in our deck. Well.
Get rid of
Mr. Eldrazi Tron. We see you. And now the game's just over, probably, right? I did not realize that they were playing all his dust in large numbers either. I'd love to look at deck list. From my understanding, that card was not very commonly played anymore, and if it was in very low numbers.
Sure, I trust the players, but players trust that they're at 8 too.
Yes. 8 is firmly double Tribal Flames, and Wooded Foothills can also get the full domain here.
And I think Roy hit a bunch of reactive stuff in the hand. I saw a Leyline button, for instance. Really needs to find more pressure,
Yeah, this matchup is just so abysmal. I mean, it's just one of those things where I actually think Brennan did everything right. Even had the really cute Arena of Glory double Kavu play. But Roderick's deck just didn't let him down, right? He had the Olive's Dust, and he's just at such a massive advantage now. I mean, going forward. He's got infinite mana. Probably a quarter of his deck in top decks just ends the game on the spot. He's got the command to find one of them, presumably. It's just crazy.
Get something like Glaring Fleshraker out of the deck where it trades down on mana. It's not really that good at blocking a lot of the time.
So there is the land for Roy. Here is Flames. I'm going to go upstairs. Robin's to 5.
Uh-oh.
We'll get confirmation. I hope. I want that food named.
Do we have a Blood Crypt Tribal Flames? Or we don't even, we have Treasure. Just do we have a Black Source in the deck? Do we have a Black Source to go get? I guess not.
Cosmog's command or the bluff of it.
There's the reality. Here's Cosmog's command.
X equals 6.
Yikes.
It will be... My intuition is this is scry a gazillion, exile a gazillion from the graveyard.
Definitely makes sense to get that Flage out. Yeah, as you see, Robin's reaching the graveyard. Exile 6 of those cards, just leave you with some lands. And here's the Scry 6.
Okay, Glaring Fleshraker still intact.
See a Devourer of Destiny.
And when you scry this much, you end up in a position where you are mapping out multiple draw steps at the same time in a way that's pretty interesting. If there were more going on in the battlefield, I can imagine worlds where we saw
Levi! So, I actually
Mind Stones and then
kind of assumed I could watch this still on Twitch. Is that not the case? I just pulled up the stream on YouTube to keep that consistent with my videos that I've been putting out.
Line necessary. A lot of dual lands here, so 3 lands gonna hit the graveyard there. And with Robin's at 5, that culled in a lot of the output of a potential tribal flames.
that was crucial. At this point, I almost think we might see Aaron Mason get something like a Delta Triumph just to keep Tribal Flames live.
Yeah, and there is the Adopt the Triome. And the Sundering Titan does make quick work of the rest of the game. It's a 7-10.
Not a lot to see here. We're just gonna finish watching this Eldrazi player finish mollywopping the Zoo player.
Same bottom, the Leyline Binding in hand, but that Sundering Titan, when it leaves the battlefield, you can kiss the rest of your lands goodbye.
Alright, there's the Fleshraker. And you know what? This card does make chump blockers.
Well, it makes chump blockers that also just shortens the clock.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Here's Sundering Titan for 7. That Mind Stone did trigger that Fleshraker, so Roy going down to 8. So any colorless spell if the battlefield stands will be lethal for next turn as the Mind Stone is cracked. Eldrazi Temple, here goes the second Mind Stone.
Not in the pool.
And looks like Disruptor Flute number 2 is picked up. That'll trigger the Fleshraker.
Oh.
Going to 7. Sundering Titan now.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom while this non-game is finishing.
Yeah, make it cost more.
No, I guess Tribal Flames only matters if you draw another land anyway.
Leyline Binding on the new Disruptor Flute.
Okay.
But like you said, there's only 4 points of domain here. Roy, Peel's Air Mesa, that's not going to do it. Roderick Robbins going to pick up round 1 here at RC Houston with Eldrazi Tron, a deck that really wasn't on my radar for this weekend.
Oh, perfect timing for me to get back and see that they are not playing that ridiculous game anymore.
Protecting the queen being a bridge in this instance. Not usually how you see it shake out, but
Very flavorful.
yes, played out really well, and sounds like we're pretty close to round number 2. So maybe a short break right here, and Carmen and I will be back for round number 2 for the regional championship.
All right. More games. I need more games. Oh, I'm actually surprised they didn't emulate the Pro Tour schedule of starting later and then just having more matches to kind of like ease into the curve of the day, so there was no downtime. I wish that, even though I normally don't like that, I wish they would have done it this time so I could have gone to the fucking gym beforehand. That would have been super nice. Uh, I want the next match to start, and I want to see a homie crush. Got lots of horses in the race, I'm pretty sure. My boys Lucas and Jorge are there. Charles is there. Calcano is there. So many sweet gamers they could put on camera for me to root for. I would just love it. Looks like a pretty nice, spacious event hall, I do gotta say. Tables look like maybe a little crowded. 4 matches per. Yeah, you do what you gotta do, though. That's also presumably the side events. I would assume that that's not the actual RC. Aw, shit, we back or what? What's going on? Are we back? Are we so back?
What's up,
Oh, we're so back.
the regional
We're so back.
Con Houston. I'm Ryan Overturf. She's Carmen Claparens. We had a couple awesome features in round 1 here, and round 2 is looking like we got more hotness incoming. We have a variable on the weekend for me, something I'm really excited to see, something I wasn't expecting, something that certainly seems to be a wrinkle for the deck. I'm talking about Taylor Spain on Is It Affinity?
Okay.
It was a deck that was just on the outside looking in. We saw Shuhei Nakamura at the Pro Tour start 8-0, and the wheels fell off on day number 2.
Sure.
But the Is It Affinity deck looks really strong. Taylor Spain has some modifications. This is not the exact list that Shuhei played, and it definitely makes sense that there's space to explore here. It's not clear when you have a deck, Affinity, just historically in the modern format, it's this high synergy, high volume deck where you need both your payoffs and your cards that are worth less than a card on their own.
Yes.
So finding the right mix is really tough.
I'm not a big believer in the affinity deck personally, but
So I actually do really like it on the weekend.
I have some very important people to me that I hope crush with it.
Part of the list specifically because it
So I'm rooting to be wrong.
an unsolved variable. It's exactly what you just said. Where I think weapons manufacturers.
But yeah, I don't think the deck is particularly good.
I've seen Thought Monitor go in and out of some lists. There's a lot to like about different kinds of builds, but I think in a lot of ways the agency that you are exerting in this sort of deck, where you do need two halves of a whole pie, is on the deck list sheet. So I am not confident what is correct, but I do know what Taylor Spain likes is no weapons manufacturing. Really like Thought Monitor, and we're seeing these Pinnacle Emissaries, which is a new card.
Yeah, that's a little disingenuous. They're all going to be playing Pinnacle Emissary.
And a little bit.
Emissary is what makes the deck crack.
Let us see a fair Mox Opal deck make its way back into Modern.
Yeah, you shouted out the exact two recent events that allow this deck to exist. Unbanning a Mox Opal, printing of Pinnacle Emissary. So that's what puts on the map. There's some other stuff to figure out. We're going to see exactly how Spain's list shakes out. On the other side of the table, we're going to have Andrew Farrell on something, a blast from the recent past, a four-color hue of Blink. We saw Esper and Jeskai in round one.
Yes.
And this is introducing green. We have an Omnath build. So the not black, four-color not black Blink. So there's some Eternal Witness stuff going on. This is
Ooh.
Riddler deck. We're going to be seeing a lot of that one this weekend.
It's good with
I am an Eternal Witness enjoyer.
Yeah.
That feels really hard to make work, though, in a world where a lot of people are playing main deck White Orchids. I don't know.
We're going to see exactly how things
Sounds tough.
Taylor Spain on Isn't Affinity and Andrew Farrell on four-color Blink. Here you see on the top of the
Gut instinct right off the rip is I would need to see deck list, but
here at round two of the regional championship.
I would think four-color Blink. Oh, wow, they're already...
On the play with four-color
That has to be a visual bug, right? There's no way that they're already in game 2.
something in Andrew's list I want to highlight is this is utilizing a little bit of an energy pack.
Yeah, I assume that this is game 1.
Discharge, which are going to be huge in this matchup.
Oh, yeah. Mox Opal, Memnite.
Oop. The third one Mim might resolve.
It does. Battlecraft is online. Pinnacle Emissary. Okay, this is telling.
After all the zeros.
Yes. So that Mox Opal, very likely the only source of mana in the hand here, as you see Mishra's Bauble. Now, the potential to make a 1/1 Thopter. You see Mr. Rainforest fetched in response
I,
for Burrell.
I believe it's a 1/1 robot.
You're right.
Hmm.
You're right. It also can't block non-flyers.
Are we... We must be bolting, right?
Matchup, but you should know it when it comes to what this card
We must be
does.
bolting.
Can block Quantum Nether.
Yes.
And something that
Oh, are we Solitude Ephemerating?
access to is a bunch of Orum's Chants, which we have seen really make waves in Modern
Interesting.
the last few weeks. But with Eternal Witness and Ephemerate, it does have something similar to the Isochron Scepter loop we've seen in the past.
Okay. So it sounds like we're having some technical difficulties. I apologize. We're gonna get back.
Yeah, I mean, this game's already over, no? Isn't this game already over?
Take a quick break here so we can get back to the matchup.
Oh, you can't bobble there. You can't bobble that. Wait. Okay, they were having technical difficulties. You can't bobble there, though. He's going to eat the Memnite with the third Solitude trigger, and then you don't have Metalcraft. Oh, I wonder what all the delay was caused for. So far, you got to say the coverage has been a little scuffed. Round 1 was mostly okay aside from the camera mishap. I'm not a hater. I don't mind that happening, but it's got to be better to show something even if it's a little scuffed than nothing at all, right? Maybe that's not true. Come on, give me the games. Give me the games. Uh-oh, we've got sound. We might be back. We might be back. Oh.
Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to round number 2 of the regional championship here at SCG Con Houston. I'm still Ryan. She's still Carmen. Our players are still playing. Let's just get back down to the match. You know what we're doing here.
There it is.
You're staying with us. So an update here. You might think that we're just getting to the start of the matchup if you just tuned in. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. We had to take the broadcast down. And players are actually looking at deck lists as the sideboard for game number 2. So we have Taylor Spain here on Is It Affinity?
Sounds like they're still having technical difficulties there. I'm getting a ton of static through the feed.
Lucas of Creation deck, so 4-color and non-black. We looked to see Andrew
There is so much static coming through the
a
feed.
little bit of what happened there. We saw a Solitude break up kind of an awkward Pinnacle Emissary draw, and that's when we had to go back, and it looks like everything continued to go well for Pharrell from there.
Right, and if you actually look at the boogie board, the life totals on the bottom left on Andrew's side, it actually tells the story of what happened in that game in a fairly pronounced way. You get up to 33 with Omnath pretty consistently and easily. We also see life going down in multiples of 4 on Spain's side. Again, I think I know who did that.
It's great detective work, Carmen.
Scene of the crime. I reconstructed the whole thing. This is Carm's eidetic memory.
Well, now let's do a looking into the future. Maybe make some predictions about the rest of the match. Players looking at the sideboard. Looks like maybe Taylor Spain could use some help.
All right, we're gonna be muting this. I can't handle the snap crackle pop. Yeah. Oh. Yep. Looks like I'm not alone. Looks like other people also think that is unwatchable. Yeah, so far, very, very scuffed coverage. Very, very scuffed. Hey, you know, love that they're doing it, though. Love that we have access to it, but gotta up that quality a little bit. Alright, so what is the affinity player gonna want here? I feel like nothing is particularly good, no? Like, maybe you want dismembers to try and interact with the ephemerate nonsense? Which one is Thief of Existence? Oh, this is the... When you can exalt the one turn or controls, if you do, game lose the battlefield. Interesting. You probably don't want that, right? I mean, you have open deck lists, so if... I mean, yeah, maybe you do. It's just a way to deal with, like, Omnath and stuff. I'm not sure. That doesn't look very good to me. I kind of think this matchup is just super one-sided. I mean, I don't know. We don't know if Andrew had any Wrath of the Skies in his main deck. But Wrath of the Skies is just such a trump in this matchup. And then he's even got Pest Control to, like, make matters worse because he's got the 4-color, 5-color angle. Yeah, I mean, in the descriptor, they labeled it as 4-color Blink with no black, but he actually does have a black source in the deck, presumably, for, like, Leyline Binding type stuff. I can't imagine why you would do that otherwise. And, yeah, I mean, he just even has fuel to the fire, right? I mean, having Wrath of the Skies and Pest Control here is just going to be a massive, massive problem. I don't really see any way that the Affinity deck can win this matchup without just getting a couple of nutso draws.
Having a huge impact across all of Magic.
Really carving out its
Nope, it is still not fixed. Unlucky. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Alright, looks like we've got Andrew taking a mulligan. Mostly fine. I don't think any of these mid-range Blink decks are that reliant on card quantity in the early game. You just want your hand to function, right? Because it's, you know, if you're low on resources, your Quantum Riddler, Ephemerate stuff all works the same. Just more important to have a hand that functions. Yeah, this matchup just feels so atrocious for the Affinity deck. Alright. We got to keep on 6. We have a real land this time. We're not all in on Mox Opal plus throw some of our triggers away. Oh, well, this is the start. And Mox Opal is already turned on. This is what he needs. He needs to jump ahead very early. Midnight, second robot. We might be popping off. We might be popping off. Thoughtcast. Another Mox, another robot. Uh-oh. Do we have, like, a Thought Monitor? We can play one, right? 4, 5, 6. Oh, my God, we just have Cannoneer. And he gets 2 counters, no? He sure does. Oh, it's a catch trigger, so he only gets 1 counter, of course. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad, I would say. Nice deck. Nice deck. Well. Land go. Yeah, that's, a little bit lower impact of a turn, I would say, than what our opponent had. Not by much. Not by too much. So we're Misty Rainforesting in response to the Thought Monitor? I don't even remember looking at our sideboard. Do we have, like, a Mystical Dispute? Consign? No, it wouldn't be Consign. It is Mystical Dispute, yeah. Alright, I mean, that kind of helps, I guess, but I mean, we're still at 7, right? We're taking 11. So we're actually at 6? Yeah, I mean, this game's just over, right? Even if we have the pest control and kill everything but the Cannoneer, we're dead. I think this game is over. Very, very fun. Very, very fun. I would not be thrilled if I was the 4-color Blink player here. I mean, it's never fun to play against a deck like that, right? Where kind of feel like they have no agency. It's just, is their 7-card hand vomit everything onto the board, or does it not, right? Ooh. This is a different sideboard. What's going on? This is not the same sideboard that they just showed. Wow, the coverage is just very scuffed. So one of these sideboards is wrong. Is it this one is wrong, or was it the last one that was wrong? Wild. Very wild, very wild. Alright. I will be back before that next game starts, probably. I'm going to go get a little snacky snack. Oh, my timing is impeccable. Impeccable timing. Alright, opponent's first turn is only a Springleaf Drum this time. That's probably manageable. Have they fixed the sound yet? It looks like they have not. Did they... There's no way I'm understanding this right, is there? Did they... People were complaining about the crackle, so they changed it to sub-only mode? It has to have already always been in sub-only mode, right? There's no way. There's no way they would do that. Stock Up getting rebuked? Oh no, that's the web slinging card. That card's pretty good, actually. I like that card a lot. And now we are just trying to play a fair game with Urza Saga. It is one of the strengths of this deck. The fact that you can do that. I tend to think it's not good enough against most of the fair decks, but the fact that that's an option is very important. I mean, I'm not sure what 4-color Blink kept, but Orim's Chant, Stock Up is the only spells you've played. After 4 turns is not it. That is not it. Probably just go and get, like, a Bauble here, I assume. I don't think you want anything in particular, right? You could get an equipment. You could maybe get, like, Shadow Spear, but I don't think Shadow Spear is very good against this archetype. It's not like you're trying to trample over a bunch of little creatures. I would just want to be able to draw a card, I think. Lava Spur Boots is good. Lava Spur Boots is good. That's better than the Shadow Spear. I forgot that card existed. This lets us threaten a pretty big attack, right? Even if we don't play any other artifacts, we get is that 11 damage? I think it's 11 damage. Plus, I think it gives +1/+0, does it not? Well, we're tapping for blue mana, so we're not doing that yet. I want to know what the Blink player kept. His hand looks completely unplayable against Affinity so far. He has a fetch land, so maybe... Oh, yeah, no, we think that he doesn't even have black in his deck, right? We think that the pest control card was just a typo or a mistake by the production. So it's Wrath of the Skies or bust, probably. Solitude for another Orm Chant. I mean, do we have the Ephemerate or not? We do have the Ephemerate. We have enough mana to pay for a Rebuke, too. That's really important. Rebuke's not even castable, as it turns out. That's massive. And this is kind of why I said I don't think the Saga, like, mid-range game plan for the Affinity deck is, like, very real. Way back in the day, once upon a time when that card came out, it was... The reason it was so bonkers was because it gave your, like, combo-esque aggro deck a way to beat the slow control decks. Because tutoring for an artifact and just getting 2 massive threats was better than anything they were doing. And that's just not true anymore. All of this Solitude Blink nonsense just goes so far over the top of what the Saga decks are trying to do in the mid-range. In the mid-range games. We are going to not cast the Ephemerate. We are going to draw a card. I don't know what you're thinking about. Opponent has no creatures in play. And Omnath. Yeah, this game is Rapskis. Game is over. thought. Monitor could boots it, but we're at 1,000,000 life. It just doesn't even do anything. Did we boost the monitor and then we didn't attack because we just want to block Solitude? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but not going to win the game that way. Guess you're not winning the game regardless. It is still technically the better play to trade with Solitude if you can. You want the Solitude out of the way for future creatures so that future Ephemerates aren't as backbreaking. But yeah, I don't see it mattering. I think this game is a thrashing. I wonder what they're talking about. Is this another... counter the triggered ability? But he has to bounce the thing to do it. Sure. I mean, that's cute. That is a really good interaction. But it's not going to be enough, obviously.
Taken off the battlefield. He's been here now in the second Urza Saga.
Nope, they've still not fixed the mic. Crazy. That is so crazy that they've just been letting it go on this long. Affinity trying to draw out of it. What is this? This is an attack for 8, right? 7 artifacts in play plus the boot. Okay. Okay, he's trying. He's trying something. I mean, do we just not have? I mean, we've drawn... I guess we haven't drawn that many cards, actually. Oh, wow, and now he's got Emery. Yeah, I mean... The Blink deck needs to find, a Wrath of the Skies. The Affinity deck's stitching together a lot of pressure. I mean, we're gonna just have 1,000,000,000,000 artifacts if we don't have Wrath. Looks like we're setting up red mana aside, yeah, so no Wrath this turn. Stock up, we're trying to find it. And we have Force Negation? I mean... Is that even right? I mean, I guess so. I would be really tempted to just hold that for nothing but a Wrath of the Skies, but I guess if the stock up finds 2 Wrath of the Skies, that's like... I mean, there's only 3 white sources. I'm not sure. I guess the problem is, like, it's not just Wrath of the Skies, right? Like, I guess the problem is, like, Ephemerate, and a lot of that stuff is still a problem also, so yeah, you probably do have to fawn the stock up. And Spellbomb to start chaining card draw plus bounce. That looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Is the Affinity player actually going to win this game? That's psycho if so. It kind of looks like it, though. You know? Now we just have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Can put in, yep, another one with Emery. Yeah, now we have the Ephemerate protection from Spellbomb. Yeah, we're just going off 4, 8, 9, 10. So we're attacking for 21, 23 here. Crazy. I love seeing this. I love seeing this. This is sick. I was already calling the match over, and it kind of looks like the Blink player ran out of gas. He just hasn't played a relevant spell in like 3 turns, and the Affinity deck's been able to stitch it together. Good numbers game by Taylor as well on the Affinity side. I mean, he made sure to play enough things that he was attacking for lethal to force jump blocks. Yeah, I mean, you still lose to a Wrath of the Skies, but what are you going to do? Maybe he's got a 3rd counterspell in his hand. He's already played a Fawn and double of the Spider Senses card. So maybe he's got a 4th one. I mean, if he has a 4th counterspell, more power to him. He probably wins the game on the spot now. He just drew and passed? Yeah, this game's over, right? Yeah, this game's over. We're making a 3rd thing. We're going to untap. We're going to make another thing. We're going to give the new thing this turn haste. We've got Spellbomb for, he remembers the Bauble trigger. We've got Spellbomb for Ephemerate. Yeah, this game's over. The Affinity deck did it. Wow, that's crazy. Let this be a lesson. This is why you play more than 2 Wrath of the Skies. Wrath of the Skies is a card that does not get worse in multiples against these kind of decks, and you need to make sure you draw the first one. So that should be the lesson from this game. But yeah, I mean, I think this game is over. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. Boom, boom. Yep. Looks like 28 damage getting through to me, and you're only gaining 3. Breaks out the fingers for the counting. Dead by 12 points of damage, or dead by 9 points of damage. Let me break out the fingers. Let me break out the finger counting. Really impressive win by Affinity. Really impressive. If for no other reason, just keeping his mentality up, right? Because I would have thought that game was just a wrap. I would have thought that game was long over. Oh, I like that. I like that they did this. I'm gonna carry this over to the stream real quick. So they grouped all of the Blink variants together, which I like. I like a lot. Because they all function effectively the same, right? Like, there's going to be some nuance in maybe some angles that you're trying to set up or particular slots on the curve where you're more powerful than others. But they're all functionally trying to do the same thing. And then you've got Titan as the second most played deck, Goryo's as third. Is it his fourth? Energy is fifth. So my prediction was wrong. I actually predicted Energy to still be the most played deck in my video that I did. Very, very surprising. Very, very surprising. I would have thought Energy would have been the most represented deck. I guess it just turns out that most of the people that would have played Energy just gravitated to one of the Blink decks, right? But this means that Energy is not even really the fifth, right? Because if you were to break down all of the individual Blink variants, well, I guess there's probably not any one Blink deck that has 82 copies of it. So it's like, technically Energy is the fourth most played deck, but that's kind of a formality, no? That's kind of a formality. Oh, did they turn the stream off? Are they gonna fix the mic? Oh. Hopefully that's what's happening. I preferred having a little sound there. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the stream being down if they're trying to fix the mic quality, right? But if the stream is down and then it comes back and the mic is still fucked up, that's not a good look. Alright, well, if the stream is down, see if it, yeah. Alright, well, if the stream is down, I think we'll stop here and then probably go to the gym and fire it back up afterwards. I definitely wanted to go to the gym anyway, so I'm kind of taking advantage of a bad situation. I think that's going to be the move. I appreciate you guys hanging out for the time that you did, and we will probably be back later.